Hey baddies, hey! Welcome back to my channel. Let's do this everyday look. Get ready for work, y'all. Let's go.
Jesus, let me know, but they show no fish. They say you found it, but she's still gonna hold on. They say you found it, but she doesn't want.
Jumping right into it, I'm gonna go ahead and start with my brows. Y'all ignore these little crumbs on my face. I did like a face scrub, and that's why I don't be doing them face scrubs and lip scrubs like that, baby, because them they leave their little critters behind, baby. I done washed my face about 12 times, and they still left me with a little bit of love on my face. Okay, my skin's smooth or whatever, but golly, I ain't trying to have all this. Anyway, I take one pencil. This is actually an eyeliner, but I swear by it. I have been using it for years on my brows. This is the Wet n Wild pencil, and I basically take this pencil just to get the shade and the shape of my brows down. Now to blend the forward, the in forward, child, to blend it together, I use a CoverGirl pencil, which is just a little bit lighter and a different kind of texture. It's not as smooth as the eyeliner, and I kind of just use this to create the ombre effect at the beginning of my brow. So I'm just taking it, and as you see, this is acting almost as my spoolie. I'm just blending everything together because I don't want my brows to abruptly just start. I don't want them to be cut off, because then there'll be a Nike check mark. I'm already wearing a Nike check mark, so we got to make it a little bit of a brow, okay? Now, I had somebody tell me that my makeup is very 2016-ish. Okay, baby, and it look good though, right? Okay. Makeup is what you want to do. It's how you decide to show yourself. It's your art, and there's no right or wrong way. Yes, there are trends, and yes, there are different ways of doing stuff, but just because it's a trend does not mean I am going to stop doing makeup the way I have originally been doing it, or the way I'm comfortable doing it, or most of all, the way I like my makeup to look. Just because we have trends doesn't mean I'm going to stop and do something different. So of course, I know how to do these trends, and I do it for a lot of my clients. But for me personally, this is how I like for my brows and my makeup and my face to look. Sue me. Oh my God. But anyway, I am taking my Shape Tape concealer, and I am going ahead and shaping my brows, cleaning them up a bit. I use the same concealer on bottom and top. And this concealer is lighter than my skin tone, but I use this concealer because it gives me that clean, crisp, almost freshly arched, freshly tinted brow look that I love. So I go from one brow to the other. I do underneath on both sides before I go on top. I used to do one brow then the other brow, but it's just, I don't know, to me it's more complicated. So I go ahead and do one brow underneath and then the other brow underneath as well. And doing it this way, I'm also able to make sure that the brows are even on both sides. Nobody's higher than the other. No tail is longer than the other. We're just able to, you see, just make sure everything is good. Because my left, is that the left? Yeah, my left brow, I actually have a scar right directly through my brow. So my hair grows a lot different on the left side than it does the right. So sometimes that left side takes me just a little bit longer, and sometimes I have to do the left and then make the right match the left, because that left is my special brow, baby. That brow is just unique to me. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and, like I said, go ahead and conceal the top. Now, when I'm concealing the top of my brow, this is where I decide if I want to make my brow thinner, or if I want to end that tail a little bit sooner and I have it as long. But I got a big forehead, y'all. Like, y'all see this 5 here, right? Okay. And I got a lace front on, baby. So that lets you know right there, this forehead is foreheading for sure, okay? So me having big brows isn't that big of a deal on my face structure. Me having a round face with a big forehead, it's not that huge of a deal. It actually almost camouflages my forehead just a little bit. So for me personally, it works. Now, it may not work for everybody, but for me, as I said, it works, okay? So I am just taking my time and then going around. I want to make sure everything is even. And y'all see, I'm still just little bit by little bit, little bit by little bit, little bit by little bit, because I need it to be straight. And then I take that concealer and I go ahead and just go into the beginning of my brow. I don't know how to describe this part. I kind of just take that same brush and I just start ombreing, blending. I start blending the beginning of that brow and going back in with that pencil, and you see it kind of creates even more of an ombre effect. So again, so that brow doesn't just abruptly start, it kind of fades into the darker tail of the brow. It kind of fades in together. Okay. Now, I wanted to post a tutorial for y'all every couple months or so. I post everyday makeup, a get ready with me, because my makeup styles change. The products I use change, so I want y'all to see the growth that I have, with this skill as I go along. And not only the growth, but the different products that I use. And sometimes I find an easier method, so on and so forth. So every few months, I feel like it is necessary for me to show y'all my everyday makeup. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is what I was talking about with that left brow is going to be just slightly different than my right brow. And it's because the shape of it is different, because I cannot get hair to grow the same way in that left brow due to my scar. So this is where you're seeing me kind of look side to side. I'll wiggle my brows up and down because I'd like to check all angles to make sure that I'm not missing anything. And what you get is what you see. Is what you get. Is what you get. Is what. Okay. Easily distracted. Y'all know me. Anywho, I am just cleaning up the tail end of my left brow because, again, I am trying to make them match, y'all. And this is probably what takes me the longest out of like my entire routine, is just getting these brows to brow correctly, baby. I'm known for my brows and I be damn if I step out without these brows being where these brows need to be browing. Okay, they need to be brown. They need to be arched. They need to be, yes. And so you see right here, right at the tippy top of my brow, where the arch is underneath, right on top of that. On my left brow, it tends to be more pointy than my right brow. So you'll see me going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Y'all, I'm doing this voiceover a little early in the morning, y'all. You're going to have to forgive me. Yeah, you're going to have to forgive me. But that is the only process that y'all see me doing here. And I'm ambidextrous, y'all. Yes, I am. So I will switch hands with the makeup tools. I know somebody asked me about that. It was on TikTok though, but somebody asked me about it. They're like, you can use both. Yes, I can. And I didn't use both hands until I started doing makeup. And then I was like, oh, it's easier if I put the brush in this hand versus this hand. And that's how I found out I'm ambidextrous. And my mama actually taught me that word. So, hi, mommy. I know you're watching. But, so again, we're just cleaning it up. I'm taking a step back. And baby, yes, that's where I need you to be, baby. That's where we need to be at. Okay. But, okay, days I want to not necessarily do like an eyeshadow look, but I still want my eyes to be somewhat put together. I go ahead and take my contour powder. I went on ahead and concealed my brows using my eyelid, using that same concealer that we concealed our brows with. I went on ahead and concealed the entirety of my lid, gave it just maybe 3 or 4 minutes to oxidize into my skin. And then I'm coming in, like I said, with my contour powder. And I'm using not so much of a fluffy brush. This is more of like a blending brush. And I am just going ahead and building that contour powder into my eyelid. And do you see how, look at the left side versus the right side. Do you see how it just kind of brings everything together? It just kind of shapes my eye. And it gives it that, I don't know, that freshly done look that like I really put some work into this when I really didn't. It took like 2 seconds. Okay. And then to blend out that contour powder, I actually take my translucent powder that I set my under eyes with. And I use the same brush that I actually set under my eyes with. And I'm just going to blend that contour powder out into my brow bone. Again, because I hate harsh lines. We never want harsh lines. Harsh lines where, baby, we don't do them. Okay. So I'm just blending. And y'all see from that arch of that brow, you'll see that sheesh, girl, you'll see that concealer. God, you'll see that concealer fade into the translucent, that fade into the contour and the translucent mix before finally fading to just the contour on my lid. And that is exactly what I am going for. It just looks so seamlessly made, so seamlessly just perfect, y'all. I just love the way I look. I forgot where I learned this hack to use my actual contour powder instead of just a brown. I don't know where I learned it at. I picked it up on, it was one of the tricks and trades that I picked up along the way, but I am so glad that I learned it because y'all, it does what it needs to do. It does what it does, baby. Okay. Kool-Aid break. Okay, but again, we're just mixing everything together so I don't have any harsh lines or any splotchiness in that eyelid, because like I said, it's a simple look, and we're gonna let the lashes take control from here on out once we put those lashes on. Okay, now I went on ahead and put my foundation on. I am using a drop foundation oil type situation. You can mix this foundation with moisturizer and then apply it. I don't like that method. Well, excuse me, Mr. Dryer. Sheesh. I'm just doing a voiceover here. My goodness. But I don't like that method, mixing the foundation with the moisturizer. I just think it makes it way thicker than it actually is. And I don't see it necessary on the bottle. So I go on ahead and just tap it on that face, baby. And you see how moisturizing and oily and happy I look. And so once I put my products on top of that, it blends so seamlessly. Okay, I came on in with my contour stick by Thread, went on ahead and contoured just the sides of my face. I don't touch my forehead personally, because then I'm gonna have to blend my forehead into my wig part and lace and all that, and it's just unnecessary, baby. I got a big forehead. Deal with it. You don't like it, don't look at it. Okay. But then I came on in with my MAC. I believe this is Prime Highlight. I came on in first with that, and then on top of that, I came in with my Shape Tape, and baby, this is what we're working with, okay? Yes, love it. I am going to go ahead and hit myself with some setting spray before I begin blending. Hitting yourself with some setting spray first, it just helps everything begin to oxidize in your skin, and I gave my skin about 5 or 6 minutes or so to oxidize into my skin before I began the blending process. Now, I used to use this big blender a lot frequently, and then I started using brushes. I don't like using brushes to blend my foundation. It's not for me. This is actually like a body blending brush. I believe it's for tanners or bronzers or something like that. But I feel like this point, it just helps me so much get into these little corners and help blend underneath my eyes. And then I just flip it over. Excuse me. I just flip it over and blend that contour out, and you see how everything is just coming together so seamlessly, y'all. This is why I like using the products I do. This is why I like changing products, because there's always a new product coming out, and that product may work better for you than the products that you have. So I know some of us have that. Like, I swear by this eyebrow pencil. If you've been following my page recently, or if you are a subscriber, which you should do, right? Go ahead and subscribe, right? Okay. But if you're a subscriber, you know that my brows have not been looking like this in my last couple videos. That's because I did give another brow product a try, and I used it to its completion. But I did not like that brow product. It's not that I didn't like the brow product. It was a good product. I didn't like the way my brows looked. I like my brows to be very defined, very dark, very visible. And brow products nowadays is we're lightening the brows. And that's fine. If that's what you like, that's what you like. But even these dark browns, they're not dark brown. They're very light. They're very minimal. And again, if that's what you like, because that's what's trending right now, baby girl, by all means, do you. I like for you to see my brows. I like for them to be defined. And as y'all see, as I complete my makeup more and more, and I do the next step and so on and so forth, you see them brows is browning. Baby, they're browning. And that's the way I like my brows to do. I like for them to brow completely. Now, like I said, this is a everyday makeup get ready with me. I am actually on my way to work per usual. I'm on my way to work, and I actually have a client waiting on me. I'm running a little late, y'all. But I was like, I might as well go ahead and record this video for y'all so y'all can see in real time, no cuts. You could see exactly my process of getting ready. Like I said, I want to give y'all an up-to-date version. So here is this up-to-date version. Now, I'm not moving my hair, because when I move that clip, my hair falls even more into my face. So I'm not too necessarily worried about the actual sides of my face under my hair. I know here's somebody in the back. What is the wind blows? It's June in the South, baby. I wish it was some wind out here. It's hot as fuck. Okay. So I'm not too much worried about that. And if you're looking that close, you a hater. All right. So I went on ahead with my contour powder, and we put the contour right where we put the contour stick. And then I'm coming in with my foundation powder, and I'm just helping blending in that contour, as well as setting the rest of my face that doesn't have a highlight or doesn't have a contour. That is where I put my foundation powder. So you see me just blending everything together. Blend. I get the lip, I get the nose, I get the forehead, I get underneath our contour. That is my main spot for my foundation powder. And you see even here, y'all, it is giving what it needs to give, honey. Yes. Now, for setting your under eyes, I do recommend this little brush. I don't know the technical name for it, y'all. Like, y'all know I don't know the technical names for a lot of stuff, okay? But this little triangle sponge brush right here, as you see, look how simple this is. It is a lifesaver, and I'm able just to go ahead and just tap to tap, tap to tap, 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 tap to tap, tap to tap, 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 tap it in. Tap it in. Now, under your eyes, I am a tap in. You don't rub, because that's how you will crease early, and that's how you kind of don't, you're not really setting underneath your eyes because you're not tapping in. You need to tap under your eyes because that is the one spot on your face that sweat collects. It wrinkles over time, creating creasing. So you want to definitely tap in that product under your eyes so it does not move. Now you see everything else we're rubbing, we're doing small circles, we're doing stuff like that. But again, under your eyes, please, 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 please be sure to tap that product in so you know it's not moving anywhere and it's set for you throughout the day. Now, me personally, I use two products to set underneath my eyes, okay? I use this this highlight, which is not so ridiculously lighter than my skin tone, but then I come in with that same translucent powder that we went on ahead and worked with our eyes. I go on ahead and hit right in the inner corners of my under eyes with that product, with that lighter translucent powder as well. Now here I am just cleaning up my shadow because when you set your under eyes, you know, sometimes it goes ahead and it takes away from the outer edge of your shadow. So I'm just turning my head from side to side to make sure I didn't snatch away too much of that shadow and create like a harsh line on the bottom, because I don't want like a slanted, easy cut crease type wing eyeliner on the edge. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like when it's, you know, when what's her name? Michaela, when she be like, yes, perfect, yes, yes, you know, straight, all that. I don't want that on the outer edge. I want it to be very natural. So that is why I went on ahead and cleaned up that outer edge. So now I am just setting underneath my eye. Again, y'all see me patting, and I'm in here with this translucent powder, y'all, and I'm just patting, and then I'll come in with my contour brush and kind of just blend everything up. That way there's no harsh line, and I'm just highlighting the actual highlights of my face without like creating a highlight. That makes sense? I hope that makes sense, y'all. But yeah, so we're just blending everything together, and I just love looking back at this footage. I'm really loving how my everyday looks are looking nowadays. You know how you can tell a makeup artist without them saying they're a makeup artist? And I feel like my everyday makeup has hit that point where it's like, oh yeah, she definitely does makeup for a living, baby, without a doubt. And so that makes me happy. I'm like, yes, we're there. Yes, I'm happy. The skills are improving, baby, because you could be the best makeup artist of all times, but your skills are still improving. Nobody is perfect. We're not perfect out here. So since we're not perfect out here, our skills will forever be improving as time goes on. Now, y'all see, I said that this little triangular sponge is the perfect thing to set your under eyes with. And that's what I ended up going back into with that translucent powder and making sure everything was set. I came in with my foundation powder, and I kind of take my foundation powder when I'm done and blend it everywhere except for under my eyes, because it helps blend the contour into the foundation part of my face. Everything just starts to blend together when I go ahead and take that foundation on top. Now I saw a little splotchies, baby. I saw a little splotchy splotch. So we had to go ahead and come in there and fix that, darling, because who doing that? Not us. We don't do splotches. We don't do them. So now it's time for a highlight. Now I won't lie to y'all, I do not highlight my face every single day. But in the summer months, I like to make sure I throw a little highlight in, because, you know, we're glistening, the sun is shining, and you want to add that extra little pizzazz, that extra little dun, 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 to your face. So you see, I went on ahead and added that highlight, and it gives just a little kiss of something else, right? But I don't want it to be too harsh, so I come back in with that same blending tool that we set our eyes with, and I go right on top of that highlight, and it makes it just sink in and oxidize to my skin perfectly. Now everything is done, everything is where we need to be, so we're gonna what? Set it, baby. Set it in place. We don't need it to move. Set it. Drown, baby. Drown. Hold your breath. Hold your breath. Set it. Set the heck out of that stuff, baby. Okay? And bada boom, bada bing. Oh, I love it. Now we're going to come in with my lashes. These were given to me by 11 Lashes. They are the style Fiesta. And then look at my eyes without the lashes. And then look at my eyes with the lashes. This is what I mean when makeup artists say, especially all makeup artists say this. Don't ask me to do your makeup and don't get no lashes, baby. How you going to have me do all this eyeshadow magic work and you ain't getting no lashes? No. But here is the final look, y'all. We are ready for work. It is everyday ready. It is professional. It is cute. It is simple, but it's still giving full diva glam, y'all. Now, I am rocking Hair Store lip gloss today, baby, because Hair Store lip gloss has never let me down. Baby, it's sticky, it's icky, it's perfect, baby. It gets a little bit on my chin, but it's okay. We gonna clean it up. God bless me with them lips, baby. So if I move them too much, they're gonna be on my nose or my chin. So I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit right here, y'all. Get that excess out. But I am ready to go. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Love you, baddies. Bye.